Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Alinga Sise of Herb and Harvest Organic Farm. For all of you who have subscribed to my YouTube channel, I am so grateful. And for those who are still new, please kindly consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. Today I'm super excited because today is our day 7 of brooding our baby chicks, and they're so active. They're feeding well, and we are going to change the beddings. Like, we shall remove the peppers. So many of you have been asking me, Alinga, when are you removing the peppers? When are you putting the beddings? And what are you going to put on the floor after removing those peppers? Now, there are so many things that you can put on the floor after removing the brooding peppers. The first thing that you can put is the wood shavings. This one is very cheap, and I think it is easily accessible by so many other farmers out there. And then you have the coffee husk, which is the one that I normally use here. And then for it, it is a bit expensive, and nowadays it is a bit scarce. Actually, I've been looking for it. Where I used to get it, I've been calling. They did not have it until this morning when I got it from one of the coffee factories around this place, and that is where I got it from. And a bag of coffee husk goes for between 14 to 15,000 Ugandan shillings, which is a lot of money. And then you can also put the rice husk. This one, I've not tried it before. You can also put the sand if you can get it in excess. So, when are we supposed to put the beddings for these baby chicks? Actually, the beddings, you can start putting it from day 3. But most cases, I extend. First of all, the beauty is that this time I didn't get any kind of coccidiosis. I did not get any kind of flu and cough or sneezing among these birds. Any chronic respiratory disease I did not get. I think because of the herbal remedies that I've been giving the birds, because currently they're still drinking the charcoal water, and then I've also been giving them the probiotics, which have shown all of you. This is the fermented garlic and ginger. So I think this has really helped my birds. So it made me actually to extend the days of putting the beddings. And also, since getting it was a bit hard, so I was a bit relaxed. So that is what we are going to do today. And there's a lot of work that we are supposed to do right now. Let's enter the farm and see the birds. But generally, I'm so grateful. Our birds are doing well. I do not have any mortality anymore. It is stopped at 32 baby chicks. And up to now, all the birds are very active. They are drinking well. And the brooding is going on well. Remember, we have 30 days to do the brooding, and now we are 7 days down the road. So let's get inside the farm. See you right back. So guys, you can see how our birds have really grown, very active now. So currently we have 682 baby chicks here, and they're all doing so well. We are also going to cover our pots because now the birds are growing very fast, and some of them are beginning to fly up. So if we don't cover these pots, we can easily get birds that are already roasted inside there. So that is what we are going to do. And we are going to remove one of the pots out because this one broke. I think too much heat, So we shall remove it out. So right now, guys, our birds are feeding like, oh my God. See, the feeders are now empty, okay? But for the first 3-4 days, they were not feeding like this. But now you can see, feeders are empty. They are feeding like, oh my God. They have really started eating. And this is a farmer's happiness. If the birds are feeding well, the birds are eating well, you realize that those birds can grow very fast. And that is what we want as farmers. So let me start removing. I have my daughter here that we are going to work with. So we are going to all remove the peppers, because I don't want next time when I'm selling the manure to find the peppers down. Some of you might ask me, why are you using the coffee husk, since they are very expensive. Now most farmers, the crop farmers, when they're buying the manure, they prefer the chicken dropping that is mixed with this coffee husk. I really don't know why. So that is why I also prefer using the coffee husk. And then also the wood shavings. I've not tried it before, but so many farmers who have used it say that when these birds, okay, first of all, they say it gets wet very fast, and then when the birds also peck on it, it is also not very good. So that is why I prefer using the coffee husk. So before you put this coffee husk inside or any type of bedding inside your chicken house, you're supposed to first disinfect it. The birds are still drinking the charcoal water, as I told you in the beginning, and this has helped these birds a lot. My chicken house, my brooder is very dry without any problem. So we are no longer going to use this, and we shall have to raise the feeders and raise the drinkers. Because if you don't do that, you will come and find where all the feeders have is full of coffee ash, all the drinking water is full of the coffee ash, which later gets contaminated and which is not good for this bird. So let's start the work. It's some good big work now. Guys, anything you're using in the brooder must be disinfected. Okay? Anything you're using in the chicken brooder must be disinfected. The birds have now grown, guys. Oh my God, very strong now. Unlike the first 3 days, eh? Now we are going to remove all these peppers. All these peppers, we're going to remove and burn them. Eh? Fine. The answer was
here. You're welcome.
Angel, don't run.
That's all.
There are others remaining there. You guys. Winnie, you hurry up. Let's hurry up, eh? So that we don't be late. So I've decided to remove everything, including the drinkers and the feeders, because I don't want the coffee ask to fill up our feeders and the drinkers. The only things that I left inside are the pots for heating the house. But one thing that I still want to emphasize is that let us always make sure that our brooder is dry. You can see my floor, typically dry. The birds don't have any coccidiosis. The birds don't have any kind of diarrhea, and there has been no water that has poured here. You must be very careful when handling those drinkers. You should endeavor that water do not pour inside your brooder or the chicken house, because it is one way that those birds are going to get chicken diseases. Now we are going to put the bedding. I managed to purchase 4 bags. I'm sure it is going to be enough for this brooder. You can see they are really enjoying it. You can see how they are wandering down there. So that is now what we are going to do right away. So let me start it. Then after we shall rearrange the feeders and the drinkers afresh. And during this process or during this activity, you must also be very careful. Some of you will end up stepping on the birds, covering up the birds with the coffee ask, and they'll end up dying because they are still very young. Much as they are growing very fast, but they are still young. This one is very clean. It is fresh from the factory. There is nothing like caveras or what, fresh from the factory. Since they are still young, I'm going to help them distribute in the house. So let us help them distribute. This one has so many coffee seeds. And this, we are going to now use this these beddings up to when they finish. There are Saturdays here. We are not now going to change it anymore. You can also get a rake, and you spread with it. So guys, finally I am done putting the beddings and arranging our brooder. So this is the new look of our brooder, and this is how I decided to arrange it, because I want those feeders to be hanging like that. Actually, there are others that I've noticed that they're a bit high for these birds. So what we are going to do, I will keep on adjusting the ones which are a bit high for them. But I'm sure within 3 days, we'll find when these birds can reach all those feeders. So this is the new look of our farm, of our brooder. Why I decided to hang the feeders like that is to avoid the feeds mixing with the beddings and their droppings. Because several times when I put the feeders down, I find that all the feeders are mixed with the dropping, of which it disturbs a lot, sorting it, and at the end of it all, you will end up pouring a lot of feed. So that is feed wastage. And since they are feeding on pellets, which is very expensive, I'm trying to cut the cost. So even the drinkers, I've hung the ones that I can hang, and these ones that I can put like this. I've just got some pavers and put them on top. So the birds are really enjoying their new home with the new bedding. Okay, it's a different story from last time when we had those peppers down. You can see it's a bit neat and smart, and the birds are very active, and actually had collected everything just like I showed you before. So they are hungry and thirsty. Even you see most of the feeders are now empty. So actually I'm going to add for them the feeds, and we are still each baby chick is still consuming 12 grams per day. So I'm going to give you a calculation for these chicks as they are here in the brooder, how much they are supposed to consume every week, okay? Because that is very, very important. If these birds don't feed well here in the brooder, that is how they will end up not performing well. And since we are after these birds performing well, getting profits and expanding the project, we have to do the right things. So you can give me your comments in the comment section, your opinion, and we can see where we can adjust. Since we are all learning from each other, I'll be grateful to hear all your comments. So for today, that is all I had for you. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for always coming back. Thank you so much for loving me. But if you're still new, please consider subscribing to the YouTube channel. Click on the notification bell so that you never miss out any upload. share this video, comment in the comment section down below, and I'll be so grateful. See you next time. I love you all. Bye bye.